Any spirit of Agege?
Out.
Thank you.
Out is this week, not in front of my audience, please. Hi guys, and welcome back to the Eagle Online. As you can see, it's more than me. It is all these people because for some reason they wanted to be on my set. Yes.
Okay.
You know who this is? The ugly. There's no need for proper introduction because his head likes to grow bigger than it is. This is the sexiest 50-year-old on the block. Tiwa says, and this is
whimsical.
A pest. Whimsical Amy.
So guys, we are going to redo this.
You see how these people like to make my introductions long. With that being said, if you're new to the channel, hi. If this is your first video, no. Please go back and watch the entertainment video that I did before this one so that you can have better understanding.
Yeah.
Because these ones are just here to put in their opinion in what did not concern them.
Why did this one?
Aside from this woman here, these ones. Because the query comes from here. Alright, so earlier today, I did a video whereby I spoke on the list of names that Lover brought out and said they were gay. Well, he said some of them are gay, some of them are bisexual, and these are not just names. In as much as they are human beings, they are influential people that we know. And first and foremost, we don't know who Lover is. You wrote out a list of names, no evidence, no nothing.
They catch you.
Insinuating a whole lot of things. And you know how people in Nigeria are. They just see something, they fly with it, and they're gone. And he's even posting chats of people telling him, oh yes, I know this person's own, I've heard this person's story. If it is true or not, we don't know. But we know that this chat can also be fabricated. So, the floor is open, my dear Eagle Online colleagues. I don't know where to even start. I don't know where to throw my question from. But the ugly.
If you call my name. So, dear viewers, I remain your humble guest because I'm a guest on this show.
This introduction,
you know, the ugly, your favorite boy. You know that. So this or whatever she did there was not me. This is the me, and that's what you love about me. So moving on to you. What's your question again now?
Yes. Now,
What's your take?
on this thing that I just explained, I'm sure that you understood what I said. What is your take? The Insta blog that is nameless and that is faceless, and we have Nigeria who is behind it. The person, I don't say whether it's a him or she, him or her. The it that came out to drop, all these names of influential people that we all know.
Okay.
Even names of gospel artists, politicians, all of that. What is your take?
Any spirit of Agege? That's not giving. Are you people indulging in social activities?
Oh my gosh.
Any spirit of Agege?
Out!
Thank you. So apparently, Lover, what do you call it? Lover has been, out of the grid for a long time. So I feel like this is a comeback. Probably need a comeback.
Because it took down its account one period.
Limelight, and as they call the Lover Oba, I don't know whether I'm male or female because everybody now are Oba. Please come out with concrete proof because this can be very defaming to a lot of people's personalities and all. And nevertheless, there are always three sides to a story. So I was told. My side, your side, and the side we never talk about. So if we're all saying, oh, pardon my cause, I'm not sure if it's a male or a female, or if it's saying this is true, then there might just be a little bit of truth.
Diddy came out, so
there's no smoke without fire.
I'm telling you, what's your own take? Honorable. Please, what is your take on this? You know what Tiwa says? What Tiwa says stays.
No argument.
So
somebody's jealous.
Fine.
Okay, so I'm not going to focus on Lover. I don't know who it, she, it, they, we, them.
What do you identify as?
Not binaries. I don't know. I don't want to know. Exactly. Maybe it's even AI like this, so we don't even know. But my own focus is on those names and on the fact that why is it coming out now?
True.
Like, why now?
Well, he did say that in case people want to join and for those other people that are there, they cannot keep on hiding and be perpetuating evil. And people that innocently want to join, thinking, oh, they want to make it alive, they want to bam up so they can know the things that they are doing, or
they
them
want to join what?
those entertain
influential people now,
in case
or those
wondering,
people that have gotten married to innocent women that cannot now come out tomorrow and say, this is what my husband used to do. That was his reason of releasing those names.
Interestingly, you know, I was just thinking that, assuming that this gayism did not carry a sentence, like, you know, in Nigeria, like there's no law against it, that you don't have to go to prison and all that. Do you think that a lot more of these people will be out there, like will be open about it, you know, and then we will know that, okay, this person,
it's good.
You think
no,
so?
I don't think
it's
so.
Good.
Because now that we've heard these names, I mean, some politicians are even involved. But I feel like they will even come out, not because of the prison aspect, but because of the African man mentality thing. Not now. I know that.
But a lot of things are evolving now. A lot of things are evolving.
But
if it was not, if it didn't carry a sentence, if it was not a law, if there was no law against it, I feel like they'll be like, okay, the world is,
I also feel like they won't want other people to look them less. Especially if you're talking about these influential people, maybe other people, maybe.
Look at the caliber.
But if it's this influential people now,
see the list now. See the list.
They are together in it.
Check the authenticity of the list.
That's another thing, the authenticity.
Because
these names are not.
If you see the names where I see for now,
but if we are going to be honest, some of those names we've heard stuff about.
True, some
of
those
stuff
names
about.
Allegedly.
Everything is allegedly. I beg.
Excited.
Please, before we continue, everything that is said on this show is alleged.
Because what did Toby Bakari they do for them?
Hey, what is Toby Bakari?
Alleged.
Peter Sinokobi that just got married this weekend. Gospel artist, uncle.
Well, me, I don't know about it, but my Toby Bakari.
Yes. But me, I know that
Kule Remio, Kule Afolayo.
Me, I know that
titles
do not mean anything anyway. The fact that somebody is married does not mean the person cannot be gay or bi or whatever. And the fact yes, exactly. And the fact that the person is a politician, a pastor, or whatever, they are still human, so they can still be anything. All those things are just titles. And some of the time, the people just hide behind those titles anyway.
So for me now, allegedly, what's be your name? Bring proof.
Yes, I feel like that's the main cocoa of this matter.
That's what will make it more.
Where is your proof?
You cannot just be putting us here and there.
Because I see names like Kule, Timini, Ebuka. Whether it's Ebuka,
all the fine boys.
Whether it's Ebuka Big Brother now, we don't know.
There's
Alex, there's Vintage.
Is it Alex Okubo?
Don Jazzy.
I
even asked, is it Alex Okubo? When do we even last year of Desmond Elliot, please? Latif Adejimeji, Neo. The names are long. Atiku, Adenuga, Yaya Bello, Pamileri, Peter Okoye, Flavor, D'banj, Hush Puppy, AY, Yomi.
Hush Puppy where they prison.
You even drag them inside.
Okay, best where they prison, no they gay. I don't understand.
Mama, they go there.
You see the fact that it's in prison that made that.
He even put Tunde head nuts. Do you know that when I saw Tunde head nuts, I thought Tunde head.
This one is just pure beef.
I thought Tunde Ednos was going to take up. Like, I was expecting Tunde Ednos to say something in respect to this. But I feel like the fact that they're not saying anything.
Silence is the best.
Silence is the best answer. No, they haven't said anything yet. And they might also not say. The only person that has come out to say something was Oluwa Dollars. And he didn't really come out to say.
Very Dark Man said something too. Even if
Very Dark Man's name was not here. Oluwa Dollars' name wasn't here. But what I mean by said something, would you let me land? Because, sir, who is the host? Thank you.
Sorry.
Yes. So now Oluwa Dollars came out and put on his story. They didn't mention his name. What he said was, "You will promote my songs, endorse my music, help me top charts, but make I first bend over, make you enter my." Basically, what this guy says. So all these influential people, yes.
So that means it's actually going
asking
on.
You to bend. So that's what he's saying, and then it's like this is exactly what is happening.
Exactly.
Because sometimes I think I was having a conversation with my brother, and he was like, example, Ashake now that his song is top there, you think he has not done something for he might not be obviously bending his, but then you would have obviously done something for him to be there. You check him different. He mentions my brother was mentioning different people's name that there's definitely a price to this thing. No be clear eye. Honestly.
So I'm going to say this one more time. Any spirit of Agege.
Clear.
I feel like these people, their name should be on this list.
I don't
Because
know.
I've been doing this prayer
See,
guys, since I woke up this morning, my mind just told me that any spirit of Agege out. And every time I say it, they don't respond.
When man comes to work high, don't take anything he says seriously.
So guys, I'll just say this. I'll just give you guys my 2 cents about what I think about this. I don't necessarily doubt it all that, because obviously they are, the top men, I feel like they're so bored that they like to try a lot of things. And if you listen, I feel like a lot of these songs are their diaries. People sing songs.
Yema is bending people who side notes.
He doesn't. Or himself is bending.
So I'll tell you guys for what. If I did any of that, I would have, where my mates are.
We don't know.
You don't know anything.
Anyways,
It be like you do your own for pleasure.
I don't do it.
For money. I do your own for
So
pleasure.
anyway, I'll pass the message across for those who care to listen.
You should come on my show. So you come and tell me how it is.
So, passing the message for those who care to listen, because
You don't necessarily have to do it to a guy. You can also do it to the woman and the strap on. So.
Yes, now even them, just never mentioned it here that some of them that are bi will get married and then ask their wives to put on the strap and then to.
So
I'm
like, you don't necessarily need the guy.
It's actually a king for most women. Sure, well, some women they like
yes,
to.
I like the fact that you said some women.
Like a man.
You very well.
Please never look at that.
moving
Just
on
to
to
see
what
how
I
it
was
is.
saying, guys. So I still believe what I was saying that information is bliss. Burna Boy said in one of his songs that
It's
if you
true.
leave people
I didn't
where
even see Burna Boy's
the
name
first,
here.
first side, not the second side. Check out Nakpako. That means if you check them well. So why is he saying that? And many other artists have said something like that. So let's leave our Nigerian music industry or like our Nigerian entertainment industry and move like, let's take Hollywood for one. Almost everybody that's attained certain heights at either, bent or bent somebody, or they move towards the other gender in the sense that they start to wear women clothes. I mean, take your time to check this out. You see what I am saying. So they bring it right in front of your eyes, but then you don't tend to see it. I was expecting a name. Shout out to you, Omali. He has started dressing in the feminine way.
I heard that.
I listen to his songs a lot, but like, no disrespect to you, my guy. It's just
He
how
came
I
on
feel.
stage one time wearing a bra, and I'm like,
And shout out to you to Shay Vibes. He came to perform wearing his skirt. Things like that. So it's either you're here or here. But like she said, something has to be paid. A price has to be paid to be out there.
the price they are paying is hard though.
Well,
Is it worth it at the end of the day?
So-
That's
Well,
the thing.
for now, it is worth it for them because they can just decide to ignore the things that are being said and keep on pushing what they've already entered.
So like it's right in front of
By
And
you.
the
some of
end
their
of the
fans
day.
will not even care whether they are
Yeah, someone. I mean, when this list dropped, people were obviously in the comment section saying a lot of
I
things.
was saying this earlier that if this list had come like 5 years, 6 years ago, the outrage would have been more than now.
Yes, now I
But
don't
now we
even
see a lot
think.
of.
They didn't even get a lot of reactions
like,
and.
who cares?
Everybody's
We have Bobrisky that
Yes,
has
everybody's talking about a
changed
lot
himself
of
to a
things.
woman. I know Bobrisky has always been making allusions that he has people in power.
That's
Yeah,
so I don't feel like I don't think people
really.
really send.
There's no reason.
It's just maybe because of the names and then you're like
just surprise.
so even if it have happened or it have come out.
But I mean,
Moving on.
we live in a borrowed society that it's just a couple of years, and then I feel like Agege will be signing into law here in Nigeria. In our opposite vote, like mark my words.
You know, I'm just understanding what Agege means.
Seriously,
Guys.
funny.
I've been thinking of Agege like no
Okay,
matter.
so you be say every spirit of Agege out,
What do you think
and you have been saying out. Really?
I
Mark my
don't
words.
understand
It's
what
going to
Agege will be.
It's going to be like permanent
Actually,
here in
I feel
Nigeria.
like there was
because,
a deliberate thing to infiltrate if it is true.
Maybe they're saying that it's Beyonce's internet that we are
Because
in.
we're so against the government was so against
But now they are pushing it at
and now
us.
if it's
Movies,
if it's
every
in
single
politics,
thing, songs.
the same people that are going to make the law. You just need one small thing. Since people are already doing
some,
it,
some,
why are you hiding
some
it?
African countries are signed into their system. I mean, I don't need to give you examples. Do your findings.
Nigeria should not join them.
Nigeria, what is
Nigeria
tell me one
joined
thing
them.
Well, by law, Nigeria has not joined them.
I mean, tell me one thing that makes Nigeria stand out. Like one thing that makes you a Nigerian that makes you stand out from
The very person that was representing their people, Bobrisky, is nobody is touching them. Nobody is touching him. On top of the law.
True,
No,
because
I mean,
Bobrisky went
there's
to
no
jail,
law against
said that no, not even cross-dressing.
He has said
Bobrisky
it.
went
There's
to
no law
jail,
against cross-dressing.
said that he's a man. Bobrisky comes out all the time to say that he has men,
he has
boyfriends in high authority in politics.
That
He
take
has
care of
men
him.
that, oh my baby, he's making videos with men.
Exactly.
You know, insinuating that
Don't you think that's a double
he's
standard?
sexually.
Yeah, but they
Don't you
can
think
say
that's a double standard? Compared, because women come out every day and say, "Oh, that's my girlfriend."
You're not
You know
getting
what
we are
my
not
point.
getting what we are saying.
You're talking about
him dressed as a female, being a female.
cross-dresser is a
that
different
has
thing. But the cross-dresser saying that he's male in prison, accepting that he's still very much man, and he's sleeping with
prison,
man,
yes.
he's sleeping with his fellow man.
He has
He's
actually
basically
said that he has
being
slept
gay.
with politics that he has slept with.
I think you just say allegedly there, because I don't think he has actually said I slept with. If he says such, trust me, Vincent, my brother, go down table the matter. You understand what I'm saying? So,
Yeah, but he says he has babies, and then he does videos sometimes with
Exactly.
men.
That's what I'm saying.
My man is feeding
man,
me.
eh,
My man is
man.
this. My man is taking
taking
care
care
of
of
me.
me.
This is how I
What-
ride my man. Excuse you. What
What
does he
am I
want to
supposed
say
to
again?
you should come direct. The law doesn't go for things like that. The law is very direct.
So
The law is
the
very
Lord
direct.
knows
The only
what-
issue,
the
the
Lord
only
knows
issue I
black and
have
white, that's
with
why.
the only issue I have with Bob, or not him per se, is the fact that he won best female dressed. That can never get over my head, because we have women that can dress.
Female dress.
This is a male.
Eh, when they say female dress, they didn't say
Is
best
it a female?
Female dress.
Best female dress.
Best
Not
female
female.
dress. He's not a
Best
female.
dress.
He dressed like a female,
Female,
and
and
he
he
got
won-
best dress.
exactly.
His outfit was good, not best female.
Is it not just
Best
funny how you
female
will find
dress.
justification for this
It's
thing?
not being justified. We're not justifying it
That
We're using
because
English.
Bobrisky has said
The word was
come out to
best
say that he's a
female
man.
dressed,
During-
not best female dress. Are you understanding? Dress. That means you were.
I think we'll have
female
English
Dressed
class
as a female
in
now.
this section today.
Dressed as but it's not a female, but dressed as a female.
I mean,
and still
that
just
alone is
as
just
good,
that
because
that
it
alone is
confused
just
my
crazy.
brain.
That alone is just crazy. You know, we need to do better as a society. We need to have one voice.
Then we even need to talk
At
about
this
this
point,
entertainment
maybe it's
industry.
surprising,
Like,
yeah.
what's going on exactly? Like, so
Maybe today they
you
start
can't.
now.
It's not today, Wells, but it's like I don't know, but it's coming out now. We are getting to know all the shit in quotes that goes in before.
Even in all this outrageous stuff, even the entertainment industry and the rubbish they are doing now, we have a mentality among youth that they don't care anymore. They just want to make it big. So it's
Yeah, that's true.
bend, and it does not shock them. And I think that's what these movies, like you said, all this putting the gay, and that's
because
what
they
it
are
has
already
done.
bending
It
down.
I
has-
mean, when we were
it has-
much younger, we heard Illuminati this, selling your soul to the devil. Then at that point, it was very. How would you do something like that?
Now people are
consciously
consciously
to us.
people are not even
It has been
consciously
exposed to
selling
us.
their soul. They are even
Yeah.
saying they don't mind as long as they
Do
get
you
that
get-
fame.
They made well, I won't come out and say gayism is bad, don't kill you. But they made all this gay, lesbian, LGBT. It's so normal, like so. It does not give us that shock.
Yeah, it doesn't shock.
Yeah, the shock effect
Can I ask
is
you a
gone. The
question?
shock effect
No
is gone.
offense, like I want to just throw a question to you, my viewers, and to you guys. Would you let your husband marry another wife?
Why?
I'm just
No.
asking.
Did I even marry in the first place?
Okay. Yeah, that's what I thought. You know, these people make it seem like being gay is okay, but having a second wife is bad.
It's not about
Who makes it seem like? Who
I
makes it
don't
seem
want
like
to
being
share
gay
my
is okay?
husband. I don't care about culture or religion. I don't want
Wait,
to
who
share
makes
my
it seem
husband.
like being gay is okay?
The people that control the media you consume.
Some people outside there too don't mind their husbands taking second wives.
Exactly.
You
Like,
ask
I'm-
us in this room.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
It's not, and I want to clarify.
I'm just saying that the
it is
people
not a
that
culture
brings
thing.
your media to
It is
your
not a
to
culture
your view.
thing or a religious thing that I don't want my
Because I know a
husband
lot of
to
men
a
out there that
second
have
wife.
second wife. It's a personal thing for me. I don't want to be anybody's second
want
wife.
it.
I don't want
I
my
don't
husband to
want
have a
the
second
stress.
wife.
That's not even where I was getting at. I was
Okay.
just trying to make you understand that these people, whatever you see or consume today, is a conscious act. They do it consciously. So, believe it or not, one way or the other, you're already taking it in. You're digesting the fact that you have like gay people around soon. You might not. You might.
Soon. You already have them.
Yeah.
No,
around.
like you. Well, we still like fight against it. We still like.
Are we really
we've
fighting
not,
against it?
Yes, we
We are
are.
not.
Actively, we are
You-
not.
Why not?
Yeah,
We're
but
just online
I'm sure when you
warriors.
see one, you
Exactly.
frown at it.
Nobody is
No,
coming.
really.
Nobody saying this is the
From-
law.
Then
All these
you
people
probably
should
might
know.
have digested it already.
For me, it's not
Because-
even digested. For me,
I
personally,
thought-
why I don't even frown at it is because at the end of the day, you're a human being that God created. So I'm trying not to see that what happened. No, I'm
Exactly.
judging you that what happened.
It's your personal.
It's your personal
whatever,
decision. I might not have a personal association with you,
exactly.
but it's not my business.
You see, this statement is just what I was looking to hear. You know, this is not my business. Has destroyed.
If your child said he's gay now or a lesbian,
now that's my child.
Mm-hmm.
So
now,
as much as I might not know how to handle it, because I'm not going to obviously cast you aside or say I want to do deliverance on your head. That's just wild and crazy. I'll just put that child for myself. But then it is my business.
Again.
Let me not even correct myself. Let me explain to you. I meet somebody outside that is showing gay tendencies. What exactly do I want to do?
Everything.
Like what? Like what?
No, you know
like what? Like what now? Like what?
Explain what
do you want to do?
I don't know, like have a conversation.
Like, hey, you come here. What do you mean?
Why you dress like that? Why you kissing your fellow man? Why you getting married to your fellow man?
The fact that everybody thinks it's not my business is the problem we'll have to deal with.
No, you know why? It's not.
For example,
I don't think that is a problem for anybody.
It's a big problem.
In the country where the law says
there's no such thing as mind your
LGBTQ
LGBTQ.
Excuse me, my show when I'm talking, every person should be quiet. Thank you. In the country where LGBTQ, right?
LGBTQ.
I'm sure they get you.
Yes, in the country where they say things like this shouldn't pass. When you see things like this, the people that are meant to take charge about it, don't interrupt me. People that are meant to take charge about it are doing absolutely nothing.
Who are these people?
The government that makes the law.
Who is the government?
And don't interrupt me.
Who is the government?
As I was saying, so the government that made the law or the law enforcers are doing absolutely nothing.
What?
Can I continue? And why are you interrupting?
Sorry.
I can walk you out of this.
Let's hear.
Those people are doing absolutely nothing about it.
We are the government.
You now say me. I don't know her from Adam. I don't know her from Eve. I see her outside kissing a fellow woman. I look, oh, these people, life.
You carry your eyes.
Because they are doing it on the road. I'm pretty sure even the street people that are outside, they'll probably be yabbing them, but they will still not do anything to them. They might not do anything to them. Don't interrupt me.
You know she Abuja mama.
She will now go and say,
excuse me,
can this man stop it here? Stop it. It's illegal in this country. Don't you know you are going to hellfire for someone?
If it is that I know you on a personal level, and I know that I can walk up to you, just have a conversation about it. Even if I'm talking to you about it, that's the most I can do. Talk to you about it. Because what do I want to do? Who's going ahead and say no? If you don't change now, I will block you. For what?
It's not. You cannot force people to change what
you can control it.
How do you
wait? You can control it.
Wait. You can only say don't bring it to my side.
No, you cannot.
I'm telling you, as simple as that.
But you know that what we watch, what we see, actually influences people.
Fine. Yeah.
So now you wonder, in a country where gay, LGBTQ, whatever, and yet in our movies that we watch, we see gay.
In children's books, they are there.
In a country that has laws against this.
Mm-hmm.
So now,
exactly.
Those are the things we cannot force that.
See,
but we can control what we are allowed to go out.
See, let me tell you something. Let me just tell you my own piece here. Because people are like, it's not my business. It's our business. Before now, it takes the society to train a child. Now, it's a father and a mother thing to train a child. Wait now.
Like you said earlier on, times have changed.
Times have changed stupidly.
Why has it
Excuse
changed?
my French.
Why did you grow?
Exactly, that one.
Why did you grow?
I know it's how they talk.
Why has our culture of raising a child together been changed? Because of those nonsense influences.
Why am I always interrupted when I'm talking? Why did you bring me a don't say what I have to say? You should hold on. Let me tell you my piece. So now, as I was continuing, before you keep interrupting and I keep continuing, these people have changed our ideology as Africans. Here in Africa, it takes the community to train a child, and if you see the children a community train, they are not as useless as these ones they are having now. I'll give you an example. There are videos. Yes, I am saying it wholeheartedly with my full chest. I mean, that a couple of videos I showed you some of these children. A father and mother they buy cars for them, and I'm like, this is not what I want. you dare not before they go buy toy for you, go say no wetin you want. Where do you get those toys
buy for you say they go buy for you. This one they are buying car, say you are not the latest.
Now bringing this.
If a child misbehaves in front of a neighbor, you will be begging that neighbor not to tell their parents.
Exactly.
But now,
and the neighbor will be discipline the child, and when the parents go, you start saying, you come and tell them that I beat her.
So now, bringing this
and they will
to today's
still beat you on top.
Bringing what I just said to today's topic. You said something. You're like, it's not your business. It is. Why would I say that? Or how am I bringing this to today's topic? If, as of old, like Ali Baba said, during their times, if you sleep with somebody's wife and you get caught, they will beat you and send you to the evil forest. So imagine now, you as a fag, you now come. If you know that you come out as a fag, this is your punishment. You dare not try it. So I'm not saying you can stop it, but you can control it. So if you say it's not your business, I'm
still not heard the controlling aspect.
That's what I'm saying. That is very controlling. Yes. So
but even
now, you say something
now, but even
as
this now, it's control.
Can I just finish?
Imagine they now say today that no more law about on gayism in Nigeria. Do you know how it will be?
What is controlling gayism and lesbianism is not the government or their laws, it's the neighbors or
who is government? People who keep saying government. Who is government? Who is government? People who keep saying government. Who is government? What kind of government do we practice in Nigeria? We are the government, bruh. It's just like how would I say? Whether I'm make law. If you put a law out there and we don't support it, it's not going to be passed. See, let me tell you something. We don't practice what we preach.
Who is the reader? How many laws?
How many laws have they passed that we
don't support? To seek your consent.
They ask somebody. They put it out there.
We hear today a law has been passed.
That's why that's the issue we're having. It's not my business. Because if you go to a place like Kenya, where the Kenya revolt against their government, they passed a bill, they didn't accept it. That was why they revolted. Was the bill taken down? Yes or no? Are they not Africans? They don't practice it's not my business system. They all stand together. Likewise, South Africans, they entered their supermarkets naked because it's their culture. You dare not stop them. That is who they are. You cannot pass a bill against that. I'm saying
talking
this.
About standing together as a country.
We don't have that.
We are the law. That's what I'm trying to make you understand.
My point is, you're saying if tomorrow if they say they want to pass the law, we don't want to accept it, and they want to stand together, is in this same country you want to stand together that your own neighbor is the person that's shooting you from the back?
For the people,
so that people don't want to attempt it. Because you're having a conversation.
We had how many
when they were doing normal election that they did.
We've not seen any change.
The most recent election that they did.
No
when they did this recent election that they were saying, oh, LP. In that same LP, the one that everybody neighbors were the ones saying, oh yes, that's where that person is. This person. Somebody else is ratting you out, and you say you will not mind your business. So they should cut you off. Abi what?
I have something to say. For Yankee, make I bring and come our dialect. For Yankee, what happens to snitches?
Snitches get stitches.
Exactly. So you that rat somebody out, if there is a discipline for you, you dare not do it. That's what I'm telling you. See, you need to listen. You need to.
So you're encouraging people to take laws into their own hands.
Not like taking laws.
Ugly.
See,
we are in Nigeria.
That's the problem.
This is the reality that we are facing. This is the reality.
The fact that people are saying we are in Nigeria is what pisses me off.
No, we know how it should be.
Because we claim to be the giant of Africa.
Ugly.
You being the giant means you need to set that example.
We know how we want it to be. But is that how it is? This is the reality. Most people don't want to
this thing has been corrupted right from the very root.
Now,
it's like you're saying at the top of the tree, we should change. You're saying that we should change the fruits that this tree has produced.
The mama of Africa, the mama of was he this guy, this
Abuja,
that man that was killed. Area mama. Why was she killed?
She did not have Godfather.
Exactly.
Very beautiful joke. But why was she killed? Like, no, let's skip the joke. Exactly. They don't want that in their environment. So if they do that to like 2 or 3 people in their environments, trust me, the place that one was killed, no Agege will branch there. Because they know what the end return of going there being that. You can control this.
But you know that it's the so-called straight men that patronizes people.
See, straight men or not, you don't know that for sure.
You
don't know that for sure. We have somebody dressed as a man being celebrated in your country, and nothing is being done to this person.
See,
and if anybody comes for this person, there's always a punishment for this person.
Can I talk, sir?
Now your show now.
Thank you. All right. Now, thank you all for being silent. See decorum in my set.
For where be that?
You have to spoil it. Anyways, we're talking about area mama that they killed. And I'll still go back to the whole area mama killing thing. But I wanted to bring in biblical aspects. First and foremost, these are human beings that God created. You get? Jesus Christ loves them as much as he loves you. As much as he loves you that you are 100% straight. You have your own mess and your own baggage. Jesus Christ loves you and loves them. Secondly,
God so loved the world.
Secondly, it's not you that gave life, that is you that is taking life. Excuse you. You are bringing the law was not proved.
Wait, let her finish.
I am actually bringing in the Bible.
This ain't Bible, you enter around.
Because yes, definitely, I know that God frowns against this.
He frowns against
God said that was before grace came. God said man and woman. God said man and woman. That's how he put it out to be. And then I've heard.
But now you see man and man.
I've heard preachers say.
I've heard God has changed.
Calm down.
Who called this preachers?
I've heard preachers say when people come out and say that they are gay and you start to insult them or you start to judge them, is that what you are meant to be doing?
No.
You're not meant to be castigating them or whatever. You're meant to bring them in with love, counsel, talk to, pray for them. Whatever it is. It's Jesus Christ that is going to save these people if they are ever going to repent. But the aspect of now saying, okay, you want to take laws into your own hands. I'm not done. You want to take laws into your own hands and kill or end somebody's life that you did not give. You don't know how to raise a human being from anywhere.
I do not agree.
Because it is God.
People that practice this thing in the Bible.
I do not agree with us taking people's life. I've never agreed with that.
No, that's even the part that I'm coming from. That's the part me I'm even coming from. I'm not done. That's the part me I'm even coming from. What they are doing is very wrong. The Bible doesn't support it. In as much as God is a God of grace. So there's this person in the Bible, I can't remember the person's name, whereby God called person in the beginning. Then later he now said, I have washed my hand from this person because he has started to join himself with idols. So somebody that God called and later said, because that means that grace, calm down. That means that grace, so you get, some people, they say it now, even it's in the Bible, do you continue to live in sin so that grace may abound? Okay. Yes. So there's the grace of God. Like you said earlier on, Sodom and Gomorrah, when God destroyed them because of what they were doing.
What were they doing?
Because of the whole, what they were doing.
People actually argue this point. No, the thing is, people actually argue this point that it was not only because of immoral homosexuality.
Yes, it wasn't just
that. Okay, let's not accept that one. But there was also another part in the Bible where the Benjamites they gathered again and they had to kill them off. They now brought in women for the remaining men to marry. What was that?
Because they were removing the bad blood.
Please, when the Sodom and Gomorrah happened?
Sodom and Gomorrah happened in Abraham's time.
In the Old Testament.
The Israelites.
I am talking about.
That's the Old
That was when God was a God of. That was when God was.
Does God change?
Yes. That was when God was. That was, can I talk? After God destroyed.
But they say
God destroyed.
Grace now. We have grace.
So now there's grace.
Change. He just said.
He just decided, and he has promised. God has promised that he would not, destroy people the way he did it.
But at the end of the day, we already paid the price.
And we have paid the price. Yes, they say we are dead on arrival. We come into this world with sin.
Okay, now
Jesus Christ has paid
the ultimate price.
I mean, I read it in my Bible this morning.
Let's come back.
Biblically, is homosexuality a sin?
We know that this is a sin. That's not what
Let's
we're
come back
talking
to this
about.
topic first.
We know that. Yes, back to the topic. Biblically, we know homosexuality.
Old Testament or New Testament?
Biblically.
Old Testament or New Testament?
Biblically.
Did you mention homosexuality in the New Testament?
I just want to say.
I
know that it is because God has said man and woman, not man and man, not man and woman. So God's rules have not changed, yes. But now there is grace because Jesus Christ has paid for the sins of these people that we are condemning.
I don't condemn.
And then God sees all sins equally.
Yes. So
there's no small lie or I raped a person or I killed somebody. To God, everything is black.
Sin is sin.
It's the same way. You stole a pencil.
They are justifying homosexuality by saying love your neighbor.
As fish in the pot is the same.
That's not even where I'm coming from. My own aspect was him saying taking laws into your hands
I don't like
and
that.
killing people. That was what made me bring in the
I cannot
Bible.
say she kill people.
Because you did not give life.
She has
you
a point.
cannot take
Because
life.
a lot of
I
people
cannot tell you to
see
kill
the
people.
gays
No, now
and
you're
the
talking
lesbians,
about area
and
mama that they
instantly
kill.
hate them.
Yes.
There's
You
that.
say gays and lesbians and you
Which is
hate them
wrong.
and you want to
And
kill
the
them.
worst part is
That is not
Christians
your
are the
job.
ones that do that the most.
That is not your job.
So sorry.
You can frown against it. Doesn't mean that you not take laws into your hand and end somebody's life. Who can you create?
Hold on. Please calm down.
Calm down.
So just to rephrase that, thanks for opening my eyes to that. I didn't say you should kill gays.
See what it took me to
all
explain
I am
what I'm
saying
saying.
is that there should be a punishment to control this.
True.
Because it's not something we want in our society. You might be saying there's nothing wrong with Bob, but would you like your son that you gave birth to as a man to turn out to Bob? If you say no and you support Bob, they should arrest you.
It's hypocrisy.
They should arrest you.
Hypocrisy.
Because that's all I'm saying. I'm not saying they should go out and kill people. I'm only saying that.
I mean, you did say if they do what they did to area mama and like do to 3 other people, they will go inside.
I don't think they.
What did they do to area mama?
Me personally, I don't think they intentionally wanted to kill this.
They wanted to kill the
They
guy.
wanted to kill
They
the
wanted to,
the
and
man.
they
They
Like-
wanted
like-
to kill.
like I
That was
said-
their motive.
Like I said,
They
me
had no intention and
personally,
they stabbed her
me
like,
personally,
like that.
what the people that are just fighting, they stab each other.
multiple
They
stabbing.
multiple
That
stabbing
was-
one person. No, they wanted to
Multiple
kill him.
stabbing.
Anyways, the
And then
bottom
more
line
than
of
one
what I
person,
am
more than
saying,
one
the
person.
bottom line of what I am saying is that don't go and kill anybody. That's life imprisonment. I'm not saying you should, but
They
all
didn't
I'm
arrest
saying,
any of those
people should learn to draw the line and know the point I'm trying to bring out. All I'm saying is, I even went as far back as the 90s, where there is punishment for everything. If you sleep with somebody's wife, there is a punishment for it. It means it's a crime.
But you know,
Society then was better.
Is there even a law against adultery?
but you know that there are people sleeping with other people's wives. There are people killing people.
After
But is these same people that we now see a Bob or whatever and say, we are going to kill you, we are going to stone you? Tell me, how are you different?
That's why God,
Because
that's
you are
why God
sinning-
sees us sin equally.
Exactly, because
You're
you are
just sinning differently.
does not mean that
You are committing your own sin. Your
saint.
own life is a mess.
And then
You
there
are
are
judging
stuff that you are even
somebody
doing behind closed doors that we don't know. It doesn't have to be homosexuality,
now I see
but
why
there
you
are
are
stuff
doing
that
it.
you are doing.
I see why you are gay. Why are you gay? I've seen it. I've seen it. Yeah, they have shown me why. Because I mean, if you look at society right now, women are even more like complacent to feminine men than actual men.
I don't know the woman
Because-
you are talking about. Though. Don't I talking
I would explain.
Please do.
When these women come across these fags, I mean, they are very nice to them.
Fags.
I don't know why.
Which women, please?
What you say?
Say
No,
women
can you?
come across facts as in gay. We're nice to them.
Yeah,
should we
they're just
be
general.
really-
I don't know why.
should we
I don't
be
know
We
why.
should push them aside.
Because
No,
I've seen
no, let me
videos.
tell you the word. Let me tell you the word. Intrigued.
Oh, that's you are intrigued.
Intrigued. It's not nice.
It's kind of fascinating to see
Exactly.
a man that likes
So,
a man.
Or
And you want to
a man that
especially
you
when the
know
man
is
is like,
a man
I like
that
this one. I can
exactly. So you
You are not saying it's right.
You
You're
are
not saying
amused.
it's
You are in awe. Like really.
It's quite
Like
funny.
yeah, you know.
It's very funny.
And then sometimes when you get to know these people, you know,
But that does not mean we're attracted to
they are
them.
way beyond what they are.
And do you
how
get
how do I explain
more
that?
than
Their
this whole-
humanity is
Yes.
different from what they are
Because their
presenting.
thinking is different.
And then funny how like before they even became to be LGT, whatever they are human beings. And by the time you never get to know them on a personal level,
Exactly my
you
point.
will just realize that you even overlook this other aspect
Because
yes.
you are more than that,
And because we are all different.
and we're all different.
Yeah.
We can't all be the
So
same.
you cannot expect me that I did not create you. I can come to you from a place of love and tell
You
you
see,
and
you cannot
advise
change
you,
a
but I can't
person
change you because it's
hate.
God that does the saving.
You cannot change a person
don't
with
get
hate.
me.
But you can't change a human being by hating
sidelining
or
them
by
or
pushing
ignoring
or
them.
by bullying them
You are
into
just showing the fact
silence.
that they are
No,
better
they're
than
just
you.
going to
Let's
hide
pick
and
on
look
one.
at me.
Let's pick on one. Because I feel like
You can't
people
change
don't
a
get-
person by sidelining them, hating them.
nobody's saying you should sideline or hate. There are things I am used
If
to.
you
say we
if
should
you see
punish
a gay
There's
person,
not any hate
if you see
written
a
all
gay
over
person,
the
that's-
land. If you see
that's
a
what you
gay
are
person,
doing.
person,
That's what you are
there's an
doing.
immediate reaction, and that person
Can you
will
stop pointing at
So there's
people,
nothing you want to say to
It's
that
a-
person
it's a
like to enter
subconscious
their
mind.
head.
like,
And you said you
because
don't.
the person that's why you
Yeah.
feel it,
Was
or you
that
that
down?
yes,
So if you
exactly.
want to change someone, you
They've
have
already
to
seen the
first of
resentment
all
and the disgust in your face. So
I'm
there's
not saying
nothing
they
much
should
They're not
be
even
acceptance
listening
of
to you
everything,
anymore.
but there should be understanding and tolerance. Okay, let me understand why you are like this before. So before you not say, this one is weird, this is a weird picture. Why are you like this? It will
There's
automatically
nothing
put
weird
them off.
about it. My own stance is
Like I
don't-
always say, people criticize what they don't understand.
Yes.
And yes, because you don't understand it does not mean that you start criticizing her like why
you know it
you are the
wrong,
devil, you are
yes.
going to the
But they are human
I'm
beings.
not judging
They are going to go.
They are not even the worst scum of the earth because trust me.
Exactly.
There are people that are doing things that are way worse than they are doing.
And then people that are doing worse now, you now
and they are getting away with what they are
It's
doing.
gay people that you are saying they are the worst.
You're making gay people and
editor.
cross dressers a problem.
Mature adults on their own.
Subtitles on this shit during the course of editing. Thank you.
Auto generates by yourself.
It will be necessary because I don't think my point is being gotten or taken because all I'm saying
We
is,
understand your points, but you need
I
to
don't want
understand
my children to grow up, especially when I have a male child. Wait, mama, wait. It's not up to me. It's not up to me. Like you need to understand what I'm saying.
Because if we allow this kind of things into our society, know how our children.
These things are already in our society. You cannot even take it out anymore at this point because it's coming in with please tell me how you can.
If we all speak up and say we don't want to see gay movies in Nigeria, we don't want to see your weird music, and we all stand and shout it, they will not.
Yes, I'm glad you said we all. So when are you going to gather people that will all do?
Excuse me. There's something called LGBTQ for a reason.
They even have a community. Hope you know.
So when are we
community that will fight back.
Guys.
Learning the actual straight people and calling them cis. I've already said it before. You call me cis woman anytime.
What's cis?
What's cis woman? It's like they say you are the original woman, but because now we have transgender men, transgender women, so you cannot actually call yourself a woman. Now you're a cis woman. And I've said it before. Don't give me that title. Like you are the original woman, right?
Yes, I'm a woman now. So
you were not transgendered into a woman. But because now you're saying you're a woman, you cannot say you're a woman because that means you're sidelining the other transgender woman.
Don't let me use the F word here.
I beg. Are they okay though? I beg, we're tolerating, but please.
Don't come near me with that one.
I'll round up my own words with this, right? All I've been trying to say from the beginning of this shoot till now is that I want a society where my male children can grow up as men and the women as women, not, otherwise. I'm saying this because I want it to be controlled. I don't think I want to have, I'll sow my work hard and then write a will to a male child. Only to 18 years later, I'm seeing somebody with wheels and boobs and I just don't want to accept it. So you might not see it.
You see, that's another way to check it. That's another way to checkmate it. Like a male child. So this child transgender. I've heard people that did their wills like that.
I'm just saying my own. So
that's actually
that's my revolt against all this. And I still remain.
Do you think because you have
point.
Your hair braided and earrings in, do you think people would see you, stuff like that?
No, they wouldn't see me like that.
Why not?
Because clearly.
Because of your
jewelry
beard.
was not even a gender thing. It was everybody.
It was not a gender thing until
I would like to finish.
They were wearing nose rings. The men.
Exactly. They were.
But then they now made it a gender thing. When you now see men, with their ears pierced or their hairs, you will not be like, why are you trying so hard to be a woman? Or why you wear maybe guys that wear pink shirts or pink trousers?
That's your
man's color. Before you actually beat us.
Sorry, sir.
I'll just not say anything. I'm not boss. I already said my point to you guys. Because people are like, it cannot be controlled. It gets worse by the day. Now they've created a community. Not just the LGBT community. No, they did not always have a community. They just created it.
When?
And now, they're
Their
generating
community is
colors.
more than 5 years, Sha. So it's not.
That is just.
It's not just. And they have
in this year.
In fact, that their color
they
now.
have a
Rainbow now. It's even confusing because sometimes you even want to use rainbow for rainbow something again. It's something else to be meaning. I don't even understand.
Red and one that color that look together. So I don't think they have.
It's the same rainbow, John. Someone cannot use rainbow in peace now. Before somebody will not be doing IC like
I actually looked at that flag. Then you said that's not my own rainbow that you're using. But it's not actually.
It is well, like you said, it needs to be controlled. But at the same time, the bringing up of a child is not just left to society or what they see or whatever. You have your own part to play. As much as you cannot control it, but you can do your bit.
Let me
so you do your bit and then you leave the rest to God.
Let me counter what you just said.
Because the child that is going to be is going to be.
I'm telling you, those children will go to school.
I will counter what you just said. In America,
I know everybody
as early
thinks
as
like
4 years
us.
old, they started putting all these LGBTQ in their courses Now they have a cause for LGBTQ, and it's mandatory without your consent as a parent.
And
How
if
do
you
you
try and
control
remove
that?
that child,
That's rubbish.
Well, that's
How do
why
you control
nowadays most people that I know abroad, they do homeschooling.
Yes.
Even in Nigeria here,
Yes, I'm
children within that age, they
People
homeschool
in
them
Nigeria
until they are able to.
to have their own sense.
Yes,
I want to ask
I
you
know
a
that my
question.
mommy says
I-
it's a no.
I want to
Homeschooling.
So I have this
Telling
question.
you.
Yes, you are homeschooling your children. Do you watch every cartoon your children watch? Because now they are,
You can censor that as
The
well.
same way you're saying that you don't want your children to,
You can
you will
censor
make
it.
that, you will make it a habit for yourself. You make the
Let us
sacrifice.
sit down and watch the cartoon.
Let us sit down and watch it
You can even
together.
censor it
Because you don't want your child to be raised like that.
control now.
Not
You
even
can
DSTV.
control. Some of the cartoons have rubbish.
Not
inside.
even
So you-
DSTV now.
Like
You
all
will
those
sit down
stupid
and
anime
watch.
that they say that is for children. It's not for children.
I'm telling you.
Why will you put anime where they're
Some of
showing
the animes
violence,
might not
boobs and
even
everything?
be
It's not for children.
might not even be LGBTQ whatever, but
It's
they will have
sexual.
all these sexual aspects
Violence.
for a
Yes.
child or
Psychotic.
violence. So if you're intentional about you don't want your child to
You
end
will
up this way,
control it.
you will be there. Because
Exactly.
now the responsibility is
You
on
will
your
be
head.
intentional about
And
it.
you will-
You
Intentional.
will know what you have to know
That,
to
this is
no to that.
say,
Because you have to do the most that you can do.
Exactly. I know
Because
that.
if you don't
your
cover
bits.
all, it's like when you have a child and you have to, put all these, what they call them, around the tables,
I think
around the chairs,
did they even
so that the
see
child
that
doesn't hit
thing?
the head. You have to
Did
check
they-
every
did they
single
see that
aspect.
thing?
Especially in those formative years, because when a child reaches a certain age, there's nothing you can do anymore. So the
Did they
formative
even do that
years,
stuff
you
when
have to
a
put
child is
the.
coming back from school and they check inside the bag? Where did you get this pencil?
I'm
They
telling
don't
you,
do
they
that
don't do that
again.
anymore. When we're coming back from school, their mom will say, "Oh, what's in your bag? Who gave you this thing?"
If
This
I-
thing."
Where did you
I
get
don't
this
take
pencil?
my bag
Now,
to the room. My mommy takes the bag.
Then you come back home and say, "Oh, somebody did birthday party.
Uh-huh.
Can I eat this?"
You cannot
Can
eat
I
that.
eat it?
From
You
inside the
cannot
bus.
eat it.
You have to bring
Hey.
it back.
Inside the school bus, the school said,
I'm
"You
not
started
taking my
eating it."
children
You
for
have
that
to
one.
bring
You
it
cannot
home.
eat it.
Then
You
you
have to
pray on
bring it
top
home.
of
I have to
it.
see it.
Let it not be that they don't witchcraft or anything
You
inside.
cannot eat it, but now.
But now, who cares? Nobody
And
do
they
that
tell you
anymore.
it's thank God though.
So if you want your children to have that fear or those type of things in them, it's you that
It's
has
left
to
to
do
you.
it.
You have to
It's
do the
left
work.
to you.
You have to
You
do the
don't
work.
tell
That's why I
them
say
to be
I don't envy people
that we
raising
don't-
children
we don't
these days.
train
You
them
have to do
because
a
it's not easy.
lot of work. It's not easy, man.
And the same time, we should be
Yeah.
careful
Not.
that you don't
Why
tighten
is it a
grip
lot?
them.
It's a lot
Because
because
now
Why?
things have gotten so
yes,
bad.
I've gotten so much. Life has evolved. A lot of things that it wasn't.
Life has evolved now.
They
Things
ask
are
questions.
happening.
I'll ask you a
You
question.
say how has life
You
gotten
know what
bad?
you want to say
Life
because
has
it's
gotten
society
bad
that
already
manage it that
now.
way. We
How?
know.
How?
We know, but
Ah.
as it is now, I'm always saying as it is now. It's not about
So is
how
it getting
was
better or is it
then.
getting worse?
It's getting
It's
worse.
So how do we control this worse?
That's
That
what
should
we
be
are
the question.
telling you. Now, how do you want to control it at this
Something that has
point?
started a long time ago. Where do you want to
I
start
know
from?
That's why I say control from your own home. Do your own home.
As you're
work,
doing
your own
it, as
from
you're
the
controlling
home.
it in
Let
your
me
home.
counter that.
She's controlling it in her home.
Let me
I'm
counter
controlling it in my
that.
home.
Let me counter
The
that.
people that are doing it
Let
is
me
becoming
counter
better
that.
to the extent
Let
it
me
can be
counter
better.
that. Let me counter that. I'll give you examples or scenarios. So I have this girlfriend, very good, cordial, very respectful. And she goes out there, she meets this friend. Like, why are you treating this one like this? Why are you treating that man like that? You're not a slave. Now, that person has painted a picture on that girlfriend's head, right? Then she goes to this next girl, the same thing. Trust me, your subconscious picks up traits. And then she starts to believe that, oh, maybe truly I'm treating, or I am a slave to this man. Maybe I'm not supposed to treat this person. This person is generally a good person, right? It doesn't mean that I don't treat this girl right. But because of the toxicity she's consuming out there, she comes back home. I'll give you another example with children. I personally would, spank my child or whatnot. She goes to school, or he goes to school, and then tells his or her friends that, oh, my parents spank me at home. And the friends are like, God forbid, my parents don't spank me, and all that. And then the next time I spank this child, the child tells me, oh, my friend's parents don't spank me, why are you spanking me? And then, they paint the picture of this child that can run away from home, stuff like that.
About to
I
run.
don't
even understand.
They run now.
That's
Where
what
are you running to?
Why
run
would
and
your
you come
child
back.
want to run away from
Exactly.
you? They don't trust you. They don't feel your love or
See,
what.
spanking
Exactly.
children, growing up,
They
I went to
spanked me,
school. They spanked me. I went to school and I met
And
people
I
that
don't
they will say,
They
oh,
don't
their
beat
parents
me
don't
at all.
spank them.
It is
But
normal.
coming back home, every single time that my parents will spank me, they're letting you know why
They'll
they're
give a
spanking
reason.
you.
Exactly.
And they're not spanking you
wrong.
out of, oh,
Hate.
I'm spanking you and I want to batter you and blood
Exactly.
your body.
You
No,
know, that's why I said
spanking
it goes out to you.
You did this
And
thing.
then
I'm still drawing you close with the other hand.
The lady you were talking about that she will say, why are you a slave? Let me tell you something. If you are a certain way, if I'm a certain way, I'm a certain way. And then it also depends on how I feel about you. If I enjoy doing those things for you and I feel like, okay, this is my man and this is how I am.
I don't think anybody outside can change my mindset.
I'm telling you. So at the end of the day, it's still a personal thing. It's a personal thing. And if I want to do something, I'll do something. If I don't want to do it, that means that what I've been doing from the start was not really. I was just except if the man, the recipient, is not treating the lady well, if you're not treating, and I'm like, okay, so it's true, Seth. All the thing I even do, Seth, it's not even appreciative and all that. So except if the lady was abused by the male, sometimes someone is abused, you won't even know, or sometimes, like you said, maybe it's the friend that will open their eyes to see, that they've been abused, or they were even living in denial. So it's in that case that the man has not been treating the lady well, that the lady will now feel, if her friends are telling her that, why are you even doing this? And then they may have noticed too. Because sometimes
they need confirmation.
Yeah, they may have noticed that this girl, she does too much, and this guy, he does the bare minimum. That he's not reciprocating. So in cases like that. But if they are having a loving relationship, as the woman is giving to the man, the man is reciprocating and everything. I don't think anybody can say anything.
I feel like I don't think anybody can say anything. Yes, because if you're dating a woman who is sure of herself and whatever, that's different. When you're dating somebody who is naive, that will now go and say, this person will say that, this is what my man does for me, blah, 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 blah. My man doesn't treat me this way. She'll now go back and start to feel that type of way because that was she'll speak. But if you already know yourself for yourself, I know what I want for this man, I'm getting satisfied. So that's what's happening in your relationship. Kudos. This is what's happening here.
Exactly.
Guys, we're sorry for deviating, we'll come back to it. So yes, my candid advice for you, my dear viewers, for those who care to listen. When you are taking advice, because I think I was the one that brought up this whole argument, right? Don't take advice from somebody that don't have a man at home. I'll give you an example.
Does the man have to be at home?
So
don't take advice from someone that have man at home.
I'll give you an example. I watched these two shows. They do the same thing. It's called, the Love Game Show. We have one here in Nigeria, and we have one abroad. Her name is Arlette, and then you already know the Nigerian one. So apparently, the one in Nigeria is not married. If you watch her show, it's mostly bars, insults here and there. But if you watch the one abroad that is married, it's we respect her now. So for somebody that doesn't know how to keep a man, and you go to take advice from
so the fact that she's not married means she doesn't know how to. Why are you so biased?
Because she's not married doesn't mean she doesn't know how to keep a man.
What do you mean? Oh my God!
And it's not all married people that have respect.
So wait, me question. When she was not married, did she have the respect or was she goes to?
Excuse me, Seth. What's all this respect here about marriage, Seth? If I want to get married to you, I love you, you love me, and then we want to spend the rest of our lives. It doesn't mean that you buy me off the market and then I'm AI. My lord. What is that?
What did you buy? Because you said bride price.
This one is AI. It's AI you are going to marry. AI.
Anyway, so you guys,
my lord, how are you? What do you want from me now? My life is yours. Should I kneel down? Even the other room said, when they want to have sex, daddy, should I bend? Should I do?
Is anything wrong with that?
Please, you guys, you've deviated. At the end of the day, if you know somebody who is, of the other homosexual.
Homo?
Yes. And whoever, those people. I just feel like for me on a personal level, the way to I'm sure I say talking to this or whatever is not through hate because it doesn't get anybody anywhere. You just make them withdraw into their shells and in the next 2-3 years they'll come out times 10. They'll be building gradually. So as at what brought us here was G-Slover and the names that he released. Whether it's true, whether it's not true, whether it's alleged, we do not know.
They should come.
We just came here to sit down and talk about
we
it.
Want facts,
we do want facts.
I have last word.
Okay,
to be interesting to get those facts. So
yeah, if you have facts, proper videos and things like that, let us know.
She wants to shake the internet.
Shake it well.
Shake it well. Alright, any last words? My last words. Do not encourage or watch what you know you will not want your children to watch when you come. That's my own. If you want your children to become cross-dresser like Bobrisky, continue. Keep on encouraging. Encourage them. Bring them around your house. But if not, you go meet you for back. You cannot have.
And then sometimes, really, it's funny, because sometimes these children, some children they get some of their stuff from their parents because their parents who are indulging in some things, and then you are not being careful about it, and then your children will just go and. I was watching one video over the weekend, and then there was this little girl. She went to apparently maybe her sister, her sister or her aunt was living with them and all that. So she went into, she must have gone into her aunt's room and gotten her sex toy because she came out with it and she thought it was a microphone, a vibrator, and she was singing, I got a microphone. I'm like, you see, I'm not saying that there's nothing wrong with having
sex toy. Buy the sex toy by herself.
No. But keep these things. They are
that age. She put it in her mind. That child will never get 15.
She thinks that she thought that it was a microphone, so you can just
it's really a matter of time.
But then there are even parents that your children, they see you when you're having sex. They go to your room, they see your porn, they open your this. Let's be careful about these things and stop exposing these children to what their head cannot carry yet.
In the toilet, they found primary school, primary 2, primary 3, they found 2 students, male and female, and they were against the wall. Not that the teacher wanted to beat them, but someone asked them, where did you even see?
That's the thing.
That's how their daddy and mommy used to play with each other.
Exactly.
In front of your child.
Any last words?
Exactly.
We just need to be more careful around children. They see more than you think they are seeing, and they are hearing more than you think.
Mommy and daddy play.
Exactly.
Mommy and daddy play. Mommy and daddy.
Exactly. Mommy and daddy.
When they say go to the other room, they say they're coming out to pregnancy.
Exactly. So sometimes when I see small children, like when you see small children, whether on top of each other or kissing and all that, the way to go is not to beat them and
to make them hide it.
Exactly. Because
I should not be getting
children are innocent that way. They don't even know what it is.
Because they see
what they have seen. Exactly.
So
And they are doing it. So you just need to find out. Okay, this thing, where did you learn it? Blah blah blah. Don't and then be like, hey, because now they now begin to it's a sacred thing. So that means next time they want to do it, they have to be more careful. So now you just give them information. Where did you learn to do this? Where did you see this? Then you give them the right information. Oh, you shouldn't be doing this. This is mommy and daddy. You talk to them. But the thing is that in this part of the world, most of the time we don't talk to children. It's like sex is a sacred thing. Even their private parts, they call it kokoro. And this is it's penis, vagina. It's a lie. It's kokoro. You are thinking, what is all this shadiness about? And that's what makes it thrive. Because he said it's what is hidden that always thrives. Because you're like intrigued that okay. There must be something there. But when you remove that shadow and remove the veil and let everything be open, they are in a better position to make decisions.
And ask questions.
Yes, and then when they ask you questions, you reply them. When they say, okay, how are children born or this is not say no. Or when they start period, say, don't talk to mine. If you talk to mine, you will get pregnant. No, is that how pregnancy works? Is that how it works for you? No.
Yes.
Let's just communicate and stop being shady, and there are still people, some parents that their children will come to them about that. No, we're not talking about that. No, I can't go and meet your dad. They will not go and meet Uncle Tom outside. Uncle Tom say, come to my room, let me show you.
Alright,
so please, we need to do better.
So apparently, we don't talk about this very much. The fact that they started paying people on social media, they started bringing a lot of stupid content to us, the consumers. So I think, like I said earlier, that what's the name of this brand? Gislova.
Mm-hmm.
So he has been, or Shim has been out of, out of content for a minute. So I think Shim just wanted to gain traffic, like controversies, because they pay them per, how they gain traffic and all. So I feel like these allegations, if that's what you really did, these allegations were too much for you to gain the type of traffic you want.
Exactly, because there's no smoke without fire. Why didn't you put some other things? Why
you
should
not
like
this? Or you cannot just come out with at least some facts. Tangible facts, because now we only have list of there's nothing to hold them by. What
and
are you
some
saying?
comments that you
comments that you don't even say who is saying them to you. Something that have very much been me and Oyema texting here and taking screenshots to put out there.
So yeah, those are mine. So if anything should be done, it should be like a watchdog or a police for the internet that check facts before they post it on there, because a lot of rubbish is being posted just to gain traction.
No, why not?
So yeah, that's my
I don't have a question. Okay. So in that post, in the earlier post, there was a place where there was an address. If you guys know the address, tell us.
I'm not interested.
Maybe anyone should grab your online work. So with that being said, we're coming to the end of this show. Like Emma will say, I just broke my leg.
So she needs this song.
I need this song. Please subscribe. Click on that bell, like Amy would say, so they can get our next videos. And then comment. Let's all do your own comments in the section.
If you know some of those,
let us do your own comments as
Focus on
well.
our social media platforms.
And the Eagles Online Nigeria.
We love you
I
guys.
remain your host, Amarachi.
The online noise makers.
Bye.